Akwa Ibom State Head of Service pledges continuous partnership with Nigerian Television Authority. Residents of Uyo condemn indiscriminate dumping of refuse in drainages. Plus, Holy Week Christian clerics say it's a period of reflection on Christ's death and reconciliation with God. Hello, welcome to NTOU News. My name is Utube Achibong. This broadcast is reaching you live on Star Times Channel 103 and our social media platforms on Facebook and YouTube. Do stay. We begin with the legislature, where the House of Representatives passed a resolution condemning in strong terms the call for an interim government in Nigeria, referring to the March 29, 2023 warning issued by the State Security Service alleging that some individuals are plotting to install an interim government. The lawmakers described the plot as undemocratic, unconstitutional, and unknown to the laws in Nigeria. In adopting the motion raised by Representative Unime Eden, House members advised those aggrieved by election outcomes to seek redress through rule of law and desist from overheating the polity. The House also urged security agencies to remain on alert to forestall any breakdown of law and order. Moving on, our Akwa Ibom State Head of Service, Effiong Essien, says the government is not resting on its oars to ensure that training of personnel with appropriate skills for optimum service delivery is given its pride of place. This was at an audience with the Head of Service by the General Manager of NTOU, Mrs. Alice Upe. John Paul Alumuna will stay and now completes the story.
This visit of the new General Manager of NTOU, Mrs. Alice Ube, is one of familiarization and respect to the man at the helm of public service in Akwa Ibom State, which she describes as the engine of government. The General Manager says this visit is also to seek for areas of continuous partnership between NTA and the Office of the Head of Service.
I said I had to come see you to synergize the relationship between NTA and the civil service of Akwa Ibom, to partner with you for mileage and more visibility for the civil service, because that is what has been happening wherever I've been going to, and Akwa Ibom is not different. And I hope that this my visit will be the beginning of a new, better and greater working relationship for the civil service in Akwa Ibom State and in Nigeria as a whole.
For the Head of Service of Akwa Ibom State, Effiong Essien, the visit by the General Manager of NTOU is welcomed, especially the strategic position of NTA in information dissemination within and outside the state. Essien explained the great strides of the civil service under the administration of Governor Udom Emmanuel, some of which include the digitization of the service, prompt payment of salaries and pensions as at when due, and training of personnel for optimum service delivery.
NTA is one organization, one media organization that you cannot toy with. It's one of the ways that we can be heard outside Akwa Ibom State. So as you have come into the state, let me also join others to congratulate you on the elevation to the position of the General Manager. I'm happy that as you have come back, you come back higher than the way you left Akwa Ibom. I want to believe that as you have also come in, you also enjoy that relationship with him that through the Minister of Information and all of us will be working with you in our specific areas.
The Head of Service promised to partner NTA for mutual benefits, as it has always been since his assumption. In Uyo, John Paul Alumona, NTA News.
And now on health, 3 new transvenous cardiac pacemaker surgeries have been performed at the General Hospital Awa in Onal government area. This brings to 5 the number of such procedures so far carried out at the facility. The surgery team leader, Dr. Eyoikpo, said the cardiac pacemaker is a life-saving procedure that helps to control heartbeats, emphasizing that this implant is not common in general hospitals. According to him, the first pacemaker implant carried out at the General Hospital Awa took place on the 15th of February 2023 with 2 beneficiaries, while the second implant was carried out on the 30th and 31st of March 2023 with 3 beneficiaries, making a total of 5 beneficiaries, and all were successful. Dr. Ayo commended Governor Domi Manuel, who, as part of his health sector reforms, equipped the theater at the hospital with modern facilities, which he said enabled them to carry out the surgeries successfully. Now, residents of Uyo have condemned in strong terms the indiscriminate dumping of refuse in drainages in Uyo, especially as the peak of the rainy season approaches. Joy Ubani, who went round towns, reports that most drainages, especially at Back Road and its environs, are blocked with refuse and accumulated debris and require the attention of concerned government agencies.
The peak of the rainy season is fast drawing nearer, and residents of Uyo are worried that blocked drains are likely to pose challenges to the environment. To this end, calls are being made for speedy interventions to justify huge efforts of government in the construction of underground drainages to check floods and its attendant effects in Uyo.
You know, when the water is blocked, the water will find its way to the road and it will block the road, thereby hindering people's movement. It will obstruct people, and sometimes the water can get to people's houses and it will destroy properties. People will no more be comfortable living there. So I believe that one of the things that the government should do is timely removal of refugees from the drainage system.
We need some education of the citizens not to put debris in the gutters so that you will not block it. And after that, we need the effectiveness of government agencies that are responsible for cleaning of, let me use the word, sanitizing the environment. That should come from the Ministry of Environment. So I think those are the 2 basic issues.
Some residents say there is need for stiff actions from government to stop the indiscriminate action by some people in the metropolis.
As you can see, this drainage is from the up there and it's free to this side. All these places now are commercial area. They are not living area. But at the end of that place, there are living people there, which they dump refuse inside gutter. When it's dragging down, it will come and settle here.
Look at what you have seen down there. Somebody just tied refuse and throw inside the gutter. Look at. So that alone, the problem of Back Road, most especially this secretariat, is caused by this refuse thrown inside the gutter. So to me, I would advise the government as well. Then government advise the community as well. So mind the way they do this. This is uncalled for.
There should be a massive sensitization in most of the streets in the capital city, so that people will know how to manage refuge and where to dump it properly, because most of the refugees that we see on street are just thrown carelessly.
They, however, appeal to residents, government and relevant authorities to evacuate the dirt in drainages to save lives and property. In Uyo, Joy Ubani, NTA News.
Reports say for some commercial break, more stories will come your way after this time out. Do stay tuned.
This is the dawn of a new.
Quality education of the young developing mind is not an all-comer affair, but to the diligent. This is where Tower of Ivory Schools Nigeria comes to bear. Tower of Ivory Schools Nigeria comprises of 3 elementary schools and 3 secondary schools located in secured environments equipped with the state-of-the-art modern and updated facilities. Enroll your word in any of the following schools: Tower of Ivory Schools, Edienabak; Tower of Ivory Schools, Idoro Road, Uyo; Tower of Ivory International Academy, Airport Road, Uyo, all in Akwa Ibom State; and Tower of Ivory Schools, Ada George Road, Port Harcourt, Rivers State, with boarding facilities in Edienabak and shuttle buses for pickup at Airport Road, Uyo, and Ada George Road, Port Harcourt. Admission is ongoing. For inquiries, please call 0803-386-3339, 0907-038-3573, 0907-038-3574. Email tois.contact@gmail.com. Tower of Ivory Schools, Nigeria. Hope at last for quality education.
Roseville Hotel. Come, feel the luxury of our contemporary hotel. We offer lodging and accommodation. Stay at our deluxe executive and luxury suites for your comfort. Experience extravagant dining and delicious meals by expert chef. Lounge at our exquisite VIP bar. Enjoy 24 hours power supply with free Wi-Fi services. Our security system is top-notch to ensure your safety. Ample parking space and laundry services available. The ambience is serene to make your stay memorable. We are located at number 1 Julius Paget Road off House of Assembly Avenue, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. For reservations, call 070-650-41139. Roseville Hotel, hospitality at its best.
You're welcome back, and now to the rest of our stories. Some residents of Uyo are complaining of epileptic power supply in some parts of the metropolis that has adversely affected their sources of livelihood. Charity Upon reports that while some places in the metropolis have been in darkness for days, others are running into months.
Electricity, which is a part of essential commodities through which many businesses thrive, as the absence of it, especially in this period of hike in the cost of petroleum products, is a major concern to all citizens, leading to call by some Uyo residents for the restoration of power in their areas.
We do want light frequency here, but we don't have light as we want. Yeah. For days now we don't have lights and we need it.
As my machine, I used to work with electric, but I don't have lights to use that one. I decided to use this one. So in this area we don't have lights.
For almost since last year, towards that month of July, August, there was no light in this environment till around that kind of November. So towards December time we happen to have light. If you see the bill now, that's what I was trying to tell them who are doing this connection now. Why are you patrolling, doing the task for something when there is no even light? They say there is no light in town, and we are doing this connection. You see, I don't even know how we are going to manage this type of situation. But
places like Asana Fort, Mbaritam and Biabong, the people say have remained in darkness for over 6 months without help in sight crumbling all economic activities in the areas.
Because of the kind of business we are doing, we want steady light here because of our business.
What I want government to do for us, mostly on that postpaid, they are not reading our meters again. They are not reading it. No matter how or what the number is out, they don't care about it. All what they are giving you is estimated bill. And that estimated bill, if somebody is living in a maybe 1 room or 2 bedroom flat, you see them giving up to 15,000 naira in a month, or somehow 11,000 naira in a month. How does man cope up with that?
More worrisome is the fact that for all these months, power distribution companies still supply the people with regular monthly bills, with or without power supply, a situation that requires critical evaluation. In Uyo, Charity Ukpo, NTA News.
Holy or Passion Week is the final week in the Lenten period, which provides the opportunity for Christians to recall the events leading to the crucifixion, death, and resurrection of Jesus Christ. Ifeoma Ojinta in this report tells us more on the significance of the Holy Week.
The Holy Week provides the opportunity for Christians to recall, reflect, and possibly reenact the sufferings of Jesus Christ while on earth.
It is one of the holiest of weeks because this is the week that God made man, became a sacrificial lamb for us to have life in abundance, where he underwent suffering and pain only for us to have life through his resurrection on Easter Sunday.
There are 5 special days in the Holy Week, which begins with Palm Sunday, usually observed the Sunday before Easter. This day signifies Jesus' triumphant entry into Jerusalem. Then the Holy or Maundy Thursday, which is the day of the Last Supper, a day of great humility when Jesus washed the feet of his disciples. The Holy Thursday is also the day Jesus was arrested, leading to his sufferings, crucifixion, and death on Good Friday. Holy Saturday is the day Christ's body laid in the tomb. It is usually a day of quiet and prayerful reflection of the gravity of the crucifixion. Easter Sunday climaxes the celebration in Christendom as it completes the Holy Week that ends with the resurrection, signifying the victory of good over evil.
Holy Week signifies the coming of the Passion of Christ, and means that period of time everything is sober. From Lent to this period, we are entitled to live a life of chastity, holiness, and almsgiving.
Holy Week is a significance to us, and also to remind us about the Passion of Christ, how Christ passed through just to sacrifice himself for us.
Christians are encouraged to observe the Holy Week with intensified prayer and fasting, as well as almsgiving, which should be done soberly. Ifeoma Ojinta, NTA News.
Up next is sports updates with Olumide Eguntola.
We begin with football at the continental level. Nigeria's representative in this year's CAF Confederations Cup, Rivers United have assured football loving Nigerians of good outing as the quarter-final matches beckon on all stakeholders. The coach of the side said efforts are in top gear to put smiles on the faces of Nigerians.
We are working very hard to meet up the aspirations of Nigerians, as far as this competition is concerned. We'll do our best, continue to work hard.
In beach football, the 2023 Nigeria Beach Soccer League is set to kick off on the 22nd of April 2023 in Kebbi State. Club registration is expected to close on the 10th of April. In another development, the World Football Governing Body FIFA has stripped Peru the hosting rights of the 2023 Under-17 World Cup over concern of inadequate infrastructural commitments. Talking cricket, picking a World Cup ticket with the Nigeria female national team is the next target of the Nigeria Cricket Federation after winning the 3rd edition of the T20 Invitational Tournament in Lagos. With the steady rise of the team, the Federation's president is optimistic Nigeria will soar.
Go to South Africa come late September, where we have the final World Cup qualifiers. And all things being equal, I actually think with continuous involvement of the coaching crew, deliberate planning, you may well see the Nigerian team for the first time ever in the World Cup.
In another news, the Nigerian University Games, NUGA, is intensifying efforts to prepare 100 athletes that will represent Nigeria at the World University Games scheduled for July in China. The Games is expected to attract over 10,000 participants from more than 170 countries. With sports update, Olumide Eguntola, NTA News.
To end the news, another look at the major stories. Akwa Ibom State Head of Service has pledged continuous partnership with Nigerian Television Authority. Residents of Uyo have condemned indiscriminate dumping of refuse in drainages. You also heard in the news that Holy Week, Christian clerics said it's a period of reflection on Christ's death and reconciliation with God. Thanks for sharing your time with us. To be a star, you have to join NTA's campaign to stand against rape and rapists. Wemedimo is standing by for the news translation. From me, it's good night.
Kamano tembonu tema kansat kestere miangwa marika isen diana ke dio fa utemu sanete NTA namutum. Bono wagan kan ko ye swaino na bono we seru ngam bio kusang ndiong eram. Nangante eba ka kembe gire minin pa yeri se Christ mo ko ba se tanga banga eri su gire nyong diana Christ. Akwa Ibom miko mo nyang meru we meri mo sans ne meke meri bom bok bon ta penyene me to start time channel 103 ye ke Facebook koro YouTube ya iko membok nyen oyo akamando tem mbun utoma concert kestere mi elda efiong esien aboku kara seremi esogaida ke ndaga erino me kamando tem yogo ugbempo manaturu eri kaninam mobiong utoma mo no fon anyeke tang miko mi na ngakeni egen neme yerai wuru foku temu swani top NTA uyo ma Alice ube ya ikom bokomi oyogo bono woken kan kok uyo eswaino enyonga tang mention sio iko ke banga ke nanga bono wu eseruongo mbio kemusong ndiong eram amerego ta kama mfuna nte eram amatongo edide nko kemi eyemungam etu kara yaikum bogomi eram atongo ke edide kuyo Akwa Ibom State ufona ba anarantenam nkan kop yemme usong ndiong eram nofon anyongo sana nangantu kara emaekenam ubyong utimmo keri siak musong mong man akpan ndiong eram kenkan kuyo ado usowu esoka ba kenyagirem nangantemme usong ndiong eram amasre nko awirong nyen mbono we maitanga bo ku fona ba ku kara ekpeye musong nanga etre mbono we ridwong mbio kusong ndiong eram amebenne ataka mamfana anom mbono wo eronga keke nkan kokoro kemi ammo emaisnu yu ebe ngukara yu fakutema segem po banga ukono mbio ebumbok yakno erisnu wam keri siongo membio kusong diong eram manari pan akboriogom asegeben urongo onowo manatoro mbonowo edi rongo ikup inem uwem mikuyo Akwa Ibom emaikup ke kama ndutam mbon nutoma concert ke steremi elda fiong sien abo kukara steremi esogera ke ndaga erinom kama ndutam yoko ukbempo manatoro eri kanina mobiong utemmo no fon anyege tang miko mi na akeni yege neme yerai wot ufoku temu swane top NTA uyo ma Alice ube ya ikum bogomi oyogo ebo kerinam ame ufa adai wot ufoku temu swane top NTA uyo ma Alice ube edikini neme ye akamandu tam mbon utema concert ka Akwa Ibom State ado ta panpo nte ufoku tema concert edogo adai daga kendu tam utem ukara adai wot ufoku tem NTA kemme ikomo ama bo kembono do ado ta pan mbono kebanga ke riem nkaiso ebwana ame enti eririana ke namutum ye ufagutum ukara state ami kemme komo akamandu tam mbono tema concert ke steremi elda efiong sien ama bo kerai wuru fagutum swana top enti euyo eriri ndinel neme kebanga ke eririana ke ye ukara namutum ado ta panpo abegiben uforo yenkori idi kikpege uswanetip ntemi adogo ubyong utum ufo utumoro kerino etip yembong pontepe ke state ye kirut nyen elda fiong esien ama kaiso keritang mention sio utum ame ukara enamako yo ukara ete udem Emmanuel kerikbe okoro fiong ke kemini erino mmena mutom konsert ukpe mkpo erikpe oko ukwe mutom koro mmemkpo mfen anyenko manyemme anyongabo kukara eyaria na kedi ufo utom swana itop NTA kerina mobiang utom ommo nyong krunen miku tembok nyan kendo breyo mi atrero nyang meru we me di mo samsene sesongo kempang utong asiere